Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and I've got another pretty quick Walking Dead video for you all today. This one is actually going to be over Negan vs. The Governor. Now, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the actor who plays Negan on the Walking Dead TV show, sizes up a battle between the two and gives his take on who he thinks would win. This was recently from an Entertainment Weekly article, and although it's not any big news or anything, I just thought it was pretty cool, and if you enjoy watching some of the actor interviews when they're not on the TV show, this is definitely something you would be interested in as well. Now, although I'm going to read off this interview, I just want to say I would recommend you guys go and watch this interview in video form, just because it's cool to see these actors talking in person, and it's just awesome to see a legitimate visual interview with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Now that I've got that out of the way, I'm just going to read off this article. I'm also going to make sure to link this article in the description below, so if you want to go and check it out yourself, you can definitely do so. The article states, "They're the two biggest baddies in the Walking Dead universe, Negan and the Governor. David Morrissey brought the Governor to the screen back in Season 3 and wreaked all sorts of havoc before he ultimately dispatched in Season 4. And now Negan has burst onto the scene with his barbed wire covered baseball bat named Lucille. The two never overlapped in either the comic book or the TV show, but what if they had? Who would come out on top in a Negan vs. the Governor battle? We asked Negan himself, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and the current EW cover star says the contest would be no contest whatsoever. It's not even close, says Morgan, flashing that devilish grin. I mean, I love David Morrissey, but he wouldn't stand a chance. Wouldn't stand a chance. I'd put Negan up against anybody. He's super smart and there's no filter, no fear. The Governor was a little bit whack. Negan's got it together. It wouldn't even be close, and I'm sorry cause I really love David. He's awesome. I worked with him for a year and there's just not a better guy. But Negan vs. the Governor wouldn't be close." Right there is where the article ends, and like I said, this was very brief, but it was something I found very interesting because there is a lot of truth within this. A lot of fans would agree that Negan is a whole lot worse than the Governor. I've even heard people say that Negan makes the Governor look like a child. Now, if you don't read the comics, this should be especially important to you all because it gives you some insight of what's to come and how bad Negan really is. That's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. For those fans out there that haven't read the comics, this really gives you some insight as to what Negan can do and how bad he really is. All I'm basically saying is you should be worrying about your fan favorite characters. Of course, you could argue that the Governor was bad on a different scale than the way Negan is bad. The Governor was into doing some things that Negan would be against, so it's kind of hard to compare them on the exact same scale, but in general, a lot of people think that Negan is a whole lot worse than the Governor. Given that though, Negan is also an extremely interesting character and a fan favorite even though he is a villain. And that should really tell you a lot if you are new to this storyline and not familiar with the comic book storyline. Negan is a bad guy, but he's also a likable bad guy. Also, if you are familiar with the comic, I felt like this was offering you all something as well because it did give a take from Jeffrey Dean Morgan on his perspective with the situation. I just thought this was pretty interesting, and if I do have an excuse to make another Walking Dead video for you all, I will definitely do it because I love doing this. Thank you all so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and if you did enjoy this video and would like to see more quick news videos in the future like this, please make sure to like this video, it really helps out an absolute ton. Thanks again guys, peace out.